let me help someone else here, okay? So who here, everybody put in 10 because it didn't work. So put in 10 so you can get your gift. And remember that you're going to get invited into my free week SAS experience, which is you're going to have to fill out an application. It's by application only, and we're not accepting everyone because I want the group small. And it's for a certain amount of people that are really ready to do the work. And I'm going to teach you the SAS experience, which is subconscious thinking, alignment with your soul, soul ignition, and synchronicity. I'm going to teach you those 4 pillars so you could get into the driver's seat of your life and drive to your friggin' destination. So what are the 2 tricks that I have for you? One is getting clear about what it is you want. The other one is to drive to it. Stop friggin' waiting. Stop waiting. How many times do I hear from people, I'm waiting to be healed before I do my healing work? What? Why? There's people behind you that need you. People who are just struggling where you were 5 years ago. So stop it. Okay. So let's go back and see. So what is it that you want to create that you're struggling with? What is it that you want to create? Spirit just handed all of you a pile of clay. And they're telling you in the last quarter of this year, you've got to mold this clay into what you want it to be. What is it that you want it to be? What do you want to mold in your life? What is it that you want it to be? Okay, so that's the first question I have for you. Are you unclear what it is? This exercise that I'm giving you is going to get you clear. Here's another one I have for you. Are you afraid of making a mistake? Are you afraid of making a mistake? How many of you are afraid of making a mistake? That puts you in the waiting game. Stop being in the waiting game. Are you waiting? This is a big one that I get, and I just spoke about this. Are you waiting for someone to tell you what your gifts are before you take action? Don't do that. Those dreams in your heart are your gifts, okay? Those are your gifts. So what is it going to take for you right now to get into the driver's seat of your life and to mold the life that you want to live, not one you feel imprisoned in? So tell me one action step you can take in the next 24 hours to mold your life, to get into the driver's seat of your life and to move forward. Tell me what that's going to be. And then if you have any other questions, ask them right now. So Vicky said, I so needed to be right here on this live in this moment, Marilyn. Thank you. So Vicky, you were the one who wanted to be a reader, right? And you wanted to do readings. So what is keeping you from doing these readings? I'm going to pick on Roseanne because I pick on Roseanne all the time. Roseanne's in my programs. She said, thanks for this is for you, Vicky. Thanks for the reminder about the people behind me. I seem to usually feel like I'm trying to catch up to those in front of me. Yeah, and there's so many people behind you that need the work. It was like, I can't remember who it was who said they wanted to be a Reiki healer, but they felt bad about leaving their medical field because they were leaving all the patients behind. Well, what about all the patients that are waiting for you? So Vicky, I pick on Roseanne because Roseanne is somebody who I've been working with for quite some time. And Roseanne sometimes she won't mind me saying this, sometimes gets caught up in like clutter, having to clear the clutter first or having to do something first. When all Roseanne needs to do, and she's done this a bit, is just go out and do readings. Just go out and do it. Just go out and do healings. So, of course, like the thing about healings is you don't want to project your crap onto people. That's what I teach people when I mentor them. Don't project your stuff onto them. But if you really work with spirit and work with divinity and work with the divine, and you have that co-creation going on ahead of time, and you have that conversation and you have that intention, you're going to be able to listen and to help. So Vicky, you're going to be able to read people now because they're going to be people that need your help, people who really want to work with you, people who would benefit. Like in my programs, we have people just having one of those days, man. My program, we had a few people in Soul Finder Academy that wanted to practice readings. We do this in membership too, and they practice for free. We're just like, just get out there and do it. It builds your confidence. So she said, yes, I feel I need to clear everything in my life before I do readings. So thank you, Vicky, for playing along with me. What is it that you need to clear? That is, let me tell you what that is, Vicki. That's subconscious thinking, which is why I'm inviting everybody. Well, I'm inviting you, but you're not going to all get into the SAS experience. Sorry, I'm like that. That's subconscious thinking because there's probably some thought in there. I can't do this. I'm really not good at it. Oh, so I'm going to make this clutter the distraction. Then the alignment with the soul. You're not fully aligned with your soul, sweetie. Your alignment is doing readings, honey. That is your alignment. That's your gift. But you feel like because of subconscious thinking that tells you you're not good enough, you can't do it. So because you believe that you can't do it over that you can do it, you're now out of alignment with your soul. So you don't do it. So your soul is not ignited. And then you're out of synchronicity with the universe. See how that works, hon? So I'm telling you, you can do it. Okay. So come on, give me more. Give me more. I want to get into your freaking clay and I want to help you to mold your clay. So, because let me tell you what I'm so done with. I am done with excuses. I am done with excuses. You know what I got to do? Sandra, are you still on this? Yeah, you are. Sandra Paley. You can start right now. I love that. Thanks, Sandra. Because she was with me from the beginning, so she'll know. It took me like the first 10 minutes. Like I tried. I get on the Facebook Live in the beginning and I'm like doing this. I'm slowly moving. And now I'm on fire. So now I'm going to talk to you guys. Now I'm with it. But then it's like, whatever. I got to talk to Trisha. So just do it. Stop the excuses. I have no time for excuses anymore. I have no patience for excuses. You know why I have no time and patience for excuses? Because I believe in every single one of you. I really do. I believe that every single one of you, that the dreams in your heart are meant to be lived. Now, there are a couple that I feel you need to do a little bit more psychological work and grounding work and personal work. But it doesn't mean that these dreams aren't real. These dreams aren't true, that these dreams aren't meant to happen. But if you're scattered and all over the place means you're distracting yourself. That's a subconscious thought that is keeping you distracted. If you are, a lot of spiritual people have millions of things they want to do. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. I just had this question on a Q&A. And they were like, what do I do? And I'm like, put them all together. Don't separate them. I had this whole big conversation, which I'm going to come out with. I have to talk to my student about what mediumship really is. And she was studying mediumship where it was just talking to dead people. No. So she's like, I've been studying that. I can't do my other work. And I'm like, they go together. You're a healer. You're a medium. Mediumship is not just about talking to dead people. It's about talking to your guides, about talking to your higher self. It's a medium. You're the medium between this dimension and that. You're the medium. You're the medium between your reader and whatever information you're bringing through. You're the medium. Drives me nuts. So she had a one-track thinking. And I had a whole conversation with her and she's like, oh my goodness, now I see how it can all come together. So let me see what Vicki said and let me see what the rest of you say, but stop the waiting game. Stop it. So you now have the clay. If you don't take action in the next 4 months, I don't want to know what 2021 is going to be. And I don't mean to scare you, but I do mean to scare you because I'm lighting a fire under your ass. Because I'm done with people telling me, I want to be this, I want to be that. Sandra, I can't say this to because I know, and Roseanne, my people in my programs, I know they're doing the work. I know they're doing the work. So Sandra may be getting tripped up with just some marketing stuff right now or how to get her message out. She's so magical. Roseanne is too. Roseanne gets tripped up with the clutter. But one is Anna Maria's that I really wanted to do, but feel it's another distraction right now. Well, and Roseanne, you got to be careful because you get distracted easily. We know we love Anna Maria, right? Anna Maria is one of my teachers in Membership for Your Soul. Anna Maria Vasquez, she's amazing. Maybe it's a journey to the next thing. Maybe you need to just be in study mode right now. I don't know. You have to decide that. Okay. Here. So write in 10 because you're going to get invited to the SAS experience. Let's see. I want to see what Vicki said. Vicki said, I done readings the other week and I was on cloud 9 because I helped someone. See, Vicki? See? And then she said, because you're not in full alignment. Then I stop readings as my thoughts tell me to clear my clutter first. That's the subconscious thinking. That's the ego, as we call it, that doesn't want you to get healthy, doesn't want you to be the full-on spiritual person that you are. It's all the stories that you have in your head from your parents, from your teachers, from your priests, whoever the heck it is. So you've got to have willpower, Vicky, and you've got to get your will and get doing it. You have to do it, okay? I really hope that you fill out the application, Vicky, for the SAS experience, which you'll get when you put in 10 and you'll get that gift, okay? So let's see who else is here. This is great. So Dawn said, to celebrate the opening of my new life, I just got a new apartment to get out of the toxic relationship and living situation I'm in for far too long, feeling so grateful and excited. That's wonderful, Dawn. Congratulations. Sandy says, afraid of making mistakes because it sucks time, energy, and sometimes money for where I want to be. So here's the truth, Sandy. There are no mistakes. When you're in alignment and you are really getting conscious and making conscious choices, there's no mistakes, even if it doesn't pan out. Let go of outcome, let go of attachment to outcome, let go of expectation. Anytime I've hired a coach or something, and if the coach doesn't, I never get the results that I fully go into it for, but I always get the results I need. So if you go into something and you're very conscious about it and you're choosing to do it and you're not doing it from fear, and then you don't get what you need, you still got exactly what you needed. So that's a shift in perception. That's a shift in how you see it. So you can't be afraid of making mistakes because there are no mistakes, especially if you're conscious. Because I think back to some of the choices I made, and I've been talking to Spirit a lot about this, about some of the choices I made, which weren't the best choices back then. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm conscious of the choices I make today. I've been making really good choices for the past 8 or 9 years. That's going to continue to show up in your life. But you can't be afraid of making any choices because you're afraid of making a mistake. Instead, when the mistake happens or the thing happens that's not so great, you have to keep staying aligned with your soul and ask yourself, why did this happen? What do I need to learn from this? Where do I need to go from this? What is this teaching me in the moment? And then you move on from there. You can't be so afraid. Get your friggin' fingers off the pause button. Everybody, tell me today, give it to me in the yeses, give it to me in the likes and the loves. Are you all taking your finger off the pause? Get your friggin' car out of neutral. I'm trying not to curse. It's really hard. Get your car out of neutral and put it in drive and start driving and start doing it. Nobody's allowed to dictate my life. Nobody's allowed to tell me what to do, where to go, who to do it with, and what to say. I do that. I'm not in my parents' house anymore. You know, what? So I get to choose my life. We all get to choose our lives. I don't care what you've got going on. I have somebody in Soul Finder Academy. She's the caretaker of her parents. I have seen this woman. I'm amazed. She's been in membership for a while. She took one of my mastermind programs. She's in another part of the world. So she would be in her bathroom for privacy at 1:00 in the morning when I was doing the calls, because that's the time it was there. But she was so committed and dedicated. And then she couldn't do the work she was doing because she was caretaking. So I didn't see her, but I knew she was in my program. And then she went into Soul Finder Academy, which is the SAS experience you're getting invited into. But you have to fill out the application. Not everybody's going to get in. And I was shocked when she bought it because I hadn't seen her in a while. And it actually made me really happy because I care so deeply about her. And I didn't get to see her do the results that I would have liked to have seen her for my mastermind program. But I know she got something out of it. She is friggin' flourishing. And she's flourishing. She's still in the same predicament, still in the same situation. But her mental thoughts are shifting. Her value of what she has to offer is shifting. She's making time because she's inspired. She's inspired again about what she has to offer, her creativity. So she's on the calls because I do soul sessions, which is basically I teach you how to channel at Soul Finder Academy. She's on the calls in her bed because it's like 2 a.m. where she is. And it's just great to see this growth. She has her freaking foot on drive on the pedal, the gas pedal, and she's going. I don't care. You get and then you know what? I give you a map and say, how many times have you gone for a destination? You got lost. Did you say, oh, that's it. I'm giving up. I'm never going again. I'm never driving again. That's it. I'm done. Going home, going back to bed. No. You friggin' pulled over, got on MapQuest now. Gone are the days when we had to read maps, thank God, because I was horrible at it. And you've got on there and you're like, what did I do? Oh, all right. Or you just let the navigation help you. Your guides are the navigation. Your soul is the navigation to help you get where you're going. Does that help you, Sandra? So let's see where everybody else is. All right. So let me just explain this SAS experience, because it took me a while to wake up on this Facebook Live. And if you wrote in 10 in the beginning, write it again. So SAS experience, right? So the 10, what you're going to get. So the two tricks right now, the two things that I'm teaching you, I'll summarize, and then I'll answer questions, just in case some of you have to go. Decide what it is you want to do. If you want to lose weight, do it. If you want to clean your closet, you don't really want to do it, but you know you have to do it, do it. Decide what it is you want and have to do. Take action. Put your freaking foot on the gas pedal. Stop the waiting game. Okay. The 1 to 10 exercise is really great. It's going to help you to get clear. It's going to help you to be conscious about your life in a way that you haven't been conscious. So you're going to listen to this exercise, and you're going to learn how to be conscious of your life. And you're also going to learn what are 7 to 10s and why they're so important. When I did this exercise, my guides taught it to me. The 7 10s were very simple things. I was really bored. You're going to hear the story in there, so I'm not going to tell it to you. But my day started looking like all 7s to 10s. My days are mostly 7 to 10s. They are not 1s to 2s. It's the litter box. Remember, we talked about that. But that's starting to get to a 4, which is good. I love cooking now because I'm starting to eat plant-based, and I'm looking into Ayurvedic again, and I'm really getting excited about that. So that's going up, because that used to be a 3. I didn't like that, so I just get food. So there's so many things. So you can do it. Okay. Now, let me see where you guys are and what's going on. So what's the action step that you're going to take? And what's the thing you want to do? And what's the action step you're going to take in the next 24 hours? Let me see where people are. Tracy, I haven't seen you in so long. What have you been up to, Tracy? Wendy said, you're right. It's excuses. I'm afraid of giving the wrong reading. So when I started doing readings, Wendy, I didn't charge at first because I was practicing. So that was me. That felt good to me vibrationally. I didn't mind at all because people were giving their time and allowing me to practice on them. And I teach certain ways, especially in membership. They have the courses and stuff, and then an SFA. But one of the things that a medium taught me was you have no business being right. And honestly, you have no idea what you're going to bring forward that the person needs to hear. So what you need to do is get the fuck out of the way and let the information come through you. When you get into, is this right? Is this wrong? I'm afraid to say this. I'm afraid to say that. That's you. You're tripping up the reading. That's if you're channeling and stuff and doing what I call mediumship. But even like psychic readings, if you're reading the person's energy and the person's field and you're telling them stuff, it's got no business with you. You are there as a channel for that person. So there were so many readings that I did had I not said anything because I was afraid. And there were moments like that, until I got myself completely out of the friggin' way and made a deal, that if I didn't say it, it would have been such a shame because it moved the person's life along in a tremendous way. So I don't do that. And you don't have to worry about being right or wrong. All you have to worry about just being there. Now, let me tell you something else. I am not a reader that believes, I am not impressed by, if I don't go for readings anymore, but if someone reads me and tells me everything I know, I'm not impressed at all. At all. You're just reading my energy. You're not doing the channeling work that I believe is out there and available to all of us. But if you're reading me and getting, of course, there's validation. You got to validate by knowing things about me. And then if you're giving me information, the reading is the beginning of the journey. It is not the end of the journey. It's not the middle of the journey. The person should be able to leave your reading with a list of things to do or excitement or inspired again and ideas, action-oriented steps. So that to me is reading. So don't worry about being wrong. Instead, get into alignment with your soul about why you're doing it in the first place and how you want to help. And if you're in alignment, you're going to be scared no matter what when you start this work. It just happens. But there was something so much bigger than me that took over. And we just had a conversation. I was like, look, I'm moving out of the way. You talk through me. And that was my deal with my guides. There's many different ways of reading and stuff like that. And I did. And there were times when I didn't say something, especially a name and stuff like that. Like the grandfather would come in and be like, my name's Joe, and I blah, 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 blah. And for some reason I didn't say it. And then the person would be like, is my grandfather Joe here? And I'd be like, you fucker. You know, that's the stuff. You don't want to have those moments because they suck. All right. So remember, type in the word 10. And let me see some more of these things that are sticking people. Yeah, Tambra, cleaning up the subconscious. That's what the SAS week is about. Subconscious thinking is huge, right? So you have to become aware of the negative thinking that is ruling your life, and you have to start shifting it and changing it. And many times people are so in habit, they don't even recognize it. So I was telling my Soul Finder Academy people that I'm reading a book, and last night it said that we can change all our negative thoughts. And I was like, wow, I never knew that. I thought that some of them would get through because we have like 60,000 thoughts a day. And it's like, and then when I read that, you can change all I'm like, yeah, why not? And I was thinking about people that I don't know personally, but that I feel like are so enlightened, they probably have no negative thoughts. Or if they do, they know what to do right away. And I was like, it's possible. That's a belief change. That's a shift. You want to shift your beliefs. Okay. Ana Maria Vasquez. She is a wonderful animal communicator, psychic. She's a teacher in Membership for Your Soul. She has her own business completely, but I feel very blessed that she comes and does guest stuff in my membership program. And I'm a big, big fan of hers. I just love her. We're good friends. She's great, great, great. I know I have to slide. Pause, breathe, live with consciousness. Good, Tambra. Good for her. Oh, I'm so glad, Dawn. That's great. Okay. So is anybody struggling? Most of my days are 1 to 3s. Action step for me is getting on board and signing up. This starts with a 10. Good, good, good. So read the application, though, because not everybody's going to get in, but you will get the gift, Vicki, no matter what, honey. Okay. So that's it. So let's go through this one more time before I end this live. Okay. So put in the word 10. You're going to get a great gift, something that really, really shifted and changed my life. Hello, little April. You're going to get a gift, okay, that's going to really help you. The first thing I want you to do, and you can, if you're still confused, answer. I have more energy now. Didn't have it in the beginning. Write it below if you have any questions about this. What is it? So Spirit, I'm telling you guys, this is the download. It sounds crazy, but here's the download that I've been getting so much information from my guides. They handed you a piece of clay. Whoever your guides are, whatever you believe in, I don't care. They put it inside your soul. And they said, now is the time to create what it is you desire. What are you going to create? That's the first question. What are you going to create? Don't do that. Most of you know, even if you don't know what career you want to create because you're not there yet or you're a little confused, you know that you want to create a good relationship with your husband. You know, you want to create maybe a dog in your life. When I asked that question on the Facebook page, somebody wanted to live by a river. We're not waiting for this shit to happen anymore. You're getting your foot off the brake, you're getting your car out of neutral, and you're putting your friggin' foot on gas, and you're taking action. You are taking action. So number one is you've got the piece of clay. I'm telling you, this is so important the last quarter of this year. You're making decisions for yourself about how you want to live. You're deciding not to wait any longer. And then you're taking action every single day to make that happen. And then this gift that I'm giving you is going to make you aware of what it is that you really love, because you're out, most of you, and I, I'm not going to say this, but you could be out of alignment with your soul, because how dare I come on here and say you're out of alignment with your soul, right? That would be that to me would be such an egotistical statement. I don't like that statement. So I'm not saying that. Now, you're going to get invited to the SAS experience. You have to fill out the application to get accepted. Not everybody gets accepted. The SAS experience for the second week of October is going to teach you how your subconscious thinking is keeping you from living the life that you want to live, how you need to get in alignment with your soul and remember who you are, how to light your soul up, and then get into constant communication with the universe, which is synchronicity. Synchronicity does not happen every now and then. Synchronicity is happening all the time. You're just not in conversation. I'm in constant conversation with my guides in the universe. Doesn't mean, even, I can't tell you that there's a moment where I don't go down the rabbit hole anymore. I'm very much in awareness. All right, guys. So is there anybody who has any questions? Yay, Tracy. Love this, love this. Lots and lots of love. Got the first paying client last week. Yay, that's wonderful. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, I want to see if anybody has any questions. I'd like to create a more happy, confident me to be more aligned with my purpose. So here's the thing, Vicki. Purpose is a very tricky word. I wrote a whole article about it. You'll find it on my business page. You'll find it on my website about why it's more important to be aligned than worry about your purpose. Because your purpose constantly shifts. Alignment is more important. So take me, for instance. When I first graduated college, I worked in TV. So my purpose was to be behind the scenes in TV. That's what I thought. Then I found that it didn't feed my soul anymore, and I wanted to act. So I became an actress. Then that was my purpose. Then I realized that didn't feed my soul anymore, and all these crazy things were happening to me, which I'm going to come out with a podcast next month, and you're all going to learn the stories. And so I started studying, and I realized that reading people was my purpose. And then that wasn't feeding my purpose, my soul anymore, because I was tired of telling people what to do. I really wanted people to learn how to read for themselves. So I created Membership for Your Soul and Soul Finder Academy. That feeds my soul now. Now I'm starting to get ready for another iteration of my business, of what I do. This is truly what I'm going to do. Readings, teaching people how to do it for themselves, teaching people about guidance. My mission in life is to teach people that the dreams in their heart are meant to be lived. My platform is giving you the roadmap to get from your stuck position, get in the driver's seat, and get to your destination. So my platform is teaching you the tools and techniques to get to that destination. That is my purpose. But if I try, I would say that's my alignment. That's my alignment, because I don't know if 5 years from now, it's going to be something else. But I know that it's always going to be motivating people through story. I know that that is the main thing. So you can see how purpose can trip people up, because I've had people come to me and say, this reader told me I was going to be I'm a healer. That's my purpose. And I'm like, great. And then they're like frozen. They don't know what to do. But you didn't tell me what kind of healing to study, so I didn't study anything. That's the next thing I hear. And I can't stand when people do that. Not the readers. I hate when readers will say that to someone without giving them, check this out or do this, or giving them the power to direct their life. Whenever I do readings, I say, take what you like, leave the rest. So I don't do readings anymore, only for my members and my Soul Finder Academy people. But so that's the thing. So you're going to be happy and confident when you're aligned with your soul. And then that happiness is going to falter at times, and that's okay. And that's a moment of teaching and of learning for yourself, okay? Let me see who else here, if there's anything else. And put 10 in if you just arrived. Walking in awareness. Great, Sandra. Again, you're so on today as I write my own. April, you should have been on for the first 10 minutes. I was like sleeping. I was like not on. I just came off a 90 minute, 2-hour Q&A with SFA, and I was sleepy. I want to get aligned with my soul and be happier, Elisa says. So this is the first step, okay? Alignment was kind of purpose. Totally, Tracy. Totally. But when some people hear that this is their purpose, they think that that's the only thing they can ever do. So I try to teach it in a different way. So people, how many of you got stuck when you thought there's just one purpose? How many of you had that belief system that there's only one purpose and you've got to get it right? And if you don't get it right, you're fucked for life. How many of you had that? So I noticed through my readings that people got really tripped up on that word. It never came out the podcast because it was ruined because the sound wasn't good. But Patricia from Sacred Stories interviewed me. And she was like, I never heard that. I was always like getting confused by like, I got to know my purpose. I got to know my purpose because I hear this all the time. And I'm like, that's what people get stuck on. So that's why. Okay. So put in 10. Well, Vicky, thank you, Vicky. I'm playing with Vicky quite a bit today because I'm seeing everything that she's saying. So she says, okay, so purpose can change. So should I say be more aligned with myself? Here's my teaching. What resonates with you, honey? What resonates with you? Because like Tracy said, she understands purpose to be alignment. So I'm introducing an idea. I'm introducing a different belief system. But I feel that being aligned with your soul is your purpose. Because when you're aligned with your soul, you're living in alignment, right? So purpose is going to happen no matter what, whether you're having a conversation with the man on the street or you're doing your readings. You're in purpose. And we fall out of purpose sometimes when we get pissed off at something or things like that, whatever. So it's really what works for you, but I'm introducing a belief system. I don't believe, I teach in a way that's free will. So if that feels good to you and you understand what I'm saying, then yes, I would say go with it. Okay. Oh, she totally understands it now. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, purpose stuck in one thing, even now at readings. Good, Roseanne. Okay, guys. So let me just summarize. Remember, you're going to put your foot on the gas, like what's his name? Guy just said, put your foot on the gas. And there was one more I wanted to see. Michelle, you wrote a very long thing, but I can't find it now. It's not showing it to me. Oh, well. All right. Okay, I can't answer it. Okay. All right, so what are you going to do? One, you're going to get... No, see, this is so... I'm going to show this, Michelle. Michelle said, I did your explanation, putting them all together as one makes sense. So now to find an outlet or alignment that accommodates them all, like finding a venue that accommodates the entire family. So here's the thing. So mine was motivating people through story, reading, teaching people how to talk to their guides, teaching people how to use their psychic gifts. So teaching is another thing. Communicating with people, making people laugh, my psychic abilities, my ability to be on video without having a problem. I'm not uncomfortable in crowds, talking in front of crowds. I'm not one of those people that's like, look at me. But if I'm on the stage, I might be a little nervous, but I have things. Taking all those gifts and putting them together and just being. Then I found the venue. I didn't wait for the venue to show up. It was like, this is what I have to do. Now I got to do it. Sandra, if you're still on, honey, this is for you too. It's like, this is what I have to do. And then you go and you do it. So that's what happened. All right. So put in a 10 and you'll get that. So first thing is you're committing to one thing. You're deciding on one thing. You're taking your foot off the pause. You're taking your finger off the pause button. You're taking your car out of neutral. And you're deciding on a destination. I don't care if the destination is losing weight, doing a reading for someone, apologizing to your father, even if he doesn't deserve it. I don't care what it is. You're picking something. And you're picking something that is going to move the needle forward. It's not, I'm going to go walk my dog down a different street. No, it's something like Dawn said. She got out of a toxic relationship and moved into an apartment and she's so excited. It's something big. So doing that, you're choosing one thing. So Sandra here, we're talking about paying clients. Sandra's super magical. So Sandra, what I think is happening to you is you're keeping yourself small. And you're keeping yourself small because you're in very comfortable communities. You give so much. But now it's about getting out on a bigger platform. So I want you to make a list of podcasts that you can be interviewed on. And I want you to have my topic of conversation is why it's more important to be aligned than to have your soul's purpose. So think of a topic of conversation that just gets you excited, right? My mission is to teach people that the dream in their heart is meant to be lived. then look at podcasts that you can get interviewed in and pitch them, girl. Pitch different telesummits if you want. You've been on telesummits before. Telesummits are shifting for me in a good way, actually, because I stopped doing them and now I'm seeing something different. Something's changing. And do that, honey, and get your message out there. Instead of going to the same old arena, the big thing I want for you is new arenas, new ways of being seen. Sandra can't be small anymore. It's not allowed. Yes, I know. I know you're doing the work, sweetie. I'm just kicking you in the ass to do some more, but I know you're doing the work, okay? So you're going to decide on something that's really going to move the needle forward. Don't give me any fluff. I want to hear it right now. What are you going to do and decide for the next, till the end of the month? Let's give you till the end of the month, but something fucking big. Like I lost 14 pounds and kept the 14 pounds off for almost a year now, for about 8 months. Okay. That was big. Something big. So what's the one thing you're going to do? And then the action step you're going to take. You've got the map. You're going to just go to the first little action step. What's the action step you're going to take? And then you're going to get this 10 thing. And you're going to watch that video and do it because it's going to inform a lot. It's going to give you a lot. And then if you want to join the SAS experience, you want to apply for it, then apply for it. And that's going to teach you even more. You're going to go through a whole week experience that's life-changing, and it's a free experience, but I do talk about my Soul Finder Academy. Yay. Good, Sandra. Good. All right. So Sandra already put in what she's doing, pushing myself to book 3 podcasts minimum for October. Yay. Love it, Sandra. So I want everybody to tell me their action step, okay? Because next week, what we're going to talk about next week is more soul alignment stuff. We're going to talk about the souls list, which people know about, but we're going to talk about communicating with your soul and what it's like to be in intimate relationship with your soul and why that's important. All right, everyone, if you like, well, the first 10 minutes was, but if you like this Facebook Live, share it if you want. I would love that. That'd be great. And definitely put in the 10, and I will be seeing you next week. Thank you so much. It's great communicating with you. It's great, the feedback, the conversation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.